Well, again, Mark, we'll continue our discussion about all things Tintri. So let's talk about what customers get from Tintri that they don't get from other vendors.
Okay. So the fundamental difference between Tintri and any other storage vendor in the industry is we spent a considerable amount of time developing a custom written file system that's designed to understand the behaviour of virtual machines. So we can see each virtual machine that's deployed onto a Tintri device, and because we can see it, we can provide very, very detailed, very granular reporting about how each of those virtual machines are interacting with the Tintri storage. So we track every I/O, every read, every write for every single virtual machine. What we also do is, because we have that granular visibility, is we can also schedule our resources in a very intelligent manner. So when you start to roll out a very high density of virtual machines, you will get 100% randomized I/O coming towards the storage. We do a very, very good job of handling that randomized I/O, but very importantly, we show you exactly how each and every virtual machine, right down to the individual virtual machines, the virtual disks and the swap file, how they're actually performing in terms of IOPS, throughput. We show you things like end-to-end latency. So that level of visibility, that level of understanding and interaction between VMs and the storage, no other storage vendor can provide you with that level of detail.
So that works for the VM engineers, but is there any other groups it helps?
It actually helps a vast majority of groups. I mean, for example, if you were a database administrator and you were virtualizing your instance of SQL or Oracle, whatever it may be, one of the things that you're going to be worried about probably is loss of control and loss of visibility. So just at a DBA level, they can look at what's actually happening on the Tintri interface, see their database instance, their database virtual machine, and understand in a great amount of detail exactly how that's performing, both in terms of real-time statistics, but also historical information. So the Tintri solution provides up to 30 days worth of history that can even be exported out, so you can hold a much larger
So
amount.
in a production environment, I can see some real advantages, but also what about in a test and development environment?
Well, test and dev is one of these use cases where you tend to want to be able to create lots and lots of virtual machines and throw them up very, very quickly, run specific working sets there and tear them back down again. So in the case of Tintri, because you can so very simply and very quickly create lots of new virtual instances of any virtual machine through, usually through things like cloning, for example, you can create a very, very high density of virtual machines, run that working set against them and tear them down quickly. So it's a perfect use case for Tintri in that instance.
Okay, thank you very much.